Whoa, look at that! For the grand finale, I'm going to try something really big. Now that is just amazing. G'day everyone, I'm Jazza and today we're acrylic pouring. I have never done this before, but I've seen it done. Now I'm gonna learn how to do it as I go later in this video, which is sponsored by Skillshare, but I'm gonna start off by learning kinesthetically, which is the way I like to start off. So it's workable in the pot up to 40 minutes, and then it cures and hardens after 2 full days. After each pour, I'm gonna flash forward to the future to show the results. So I've just got a variety of alcohol inks here. Let's mix them up. All right, here it is, the first pour. You ready? Oh, wow, that just looks like a little blue lump. I'm gonna end up using this, which is a blowtorch. This is for bubbles. This is apparently, because there's bubbles in there when you pour it. Ooh, really does. Whoa, I'm gonna put this aside to cure and dry. Let's check in with future Jazza as to how that one turned out. All right, first pour ever made. It's sort of bendy and it's not cured underneath. So when I take it out of here, it's just a black hockey puck. It's not what I tried to make. Back to you, me in the past. Okay, I need some guidance. Now, like I said, this video is sponsored by Skillshare, so I'm gonna follow some Skillshare classes, but before I do that, I wanna tell you about my Skillshare class, which I launched just a couple of weeks ago. With illustration and character design and drawing, that's something where I feel like I can be a guide, and I have lots of experience in doing that. And people seem to like it a lot, actually. The contacts at Skillshare have told me that it's one of the biggest class launches they've ever had. Now, anyone who gets in and gives it a go and submits a class project to my Skillshare class by August 20th, we'll have a chance to be a part of a bit of a student review video that I'm going to add on to the end of my Skillshare class itself, where I go through your projects, check them out, give you a little bit of feedback, and we will basically just learn and enjoy the whole process together. So make sure to get in early and do that. And there's even more motivation to get in early, because the first 1,000 people to use the link in the description will get 2 months of free premium Skillshare membership. That's 2 months of access to their 30,000 plus library of classes, including my brand new one and my other 2 ones. So go check it out with the link in the description. Huge thank you to Skillshare for making the class with me and sponsoring this video. So let's get the party started. All right, hey, look at that. That's me on the homepage. All right, so this is a class by Caitlin Goody, which seems to just take you through an acrylic pour from start to finish. All right, paint mixing. And she's watered it down to get a way runnier consistency than I expected. So let's go for that. And this one. Whoa. Now I need to water it down. This isn't what she meant, is it? What am I doing wrong? This is artist resin. Or am I? Wait, resin is different to acrylic. White acrylic? Is that why this was in the acrylic pouring box? Is resin pouring a completely different thing to acrylic pouring? I think it is. I'll do both. F it. Let's do that again. You ready? Yellow. I hope this is the thing I need. Yeah, that's what she had. Okay, I'm gonna mix my 3 colors now. Okay, I think I have 3 colors, as close in consistency as I'm capable. But Caitlin advises doing a drip test, which I think is a great idea, which involves just using an old whatever canvas, just a spare, and just dripping the colors down on top of each other, and basically moving the materials around, see how they interact with each other and see which colors sort of disappear or which are heavier. None of them seem to be just disappearing under another too radically. So I feel like I've estimated it pretty well, but hey, just that is kind of cool. All right, let's watch a pouring demo and then let's pour. So I'm gonna start off with the dark. I'll keep some aside and then I'll just swap around between the colors to create some more steps. Now it's time for that satisfying bit. You ready? Oh, look at them go. Whoa. Let's skip ahead to future Jazza and see what he thinks of the finished result. I guess the first thing I notice is it spreads and sort of bubbles and mixes a lot more than after when you pour it and you think, oh, that looks great, I'm done. And then it turns out completely different. Probably because I mixed it wrong or something. Anyway, back to you. I want to do a resin pour and see what the main differences are.
Today I'm going to be teaching you the art of fluid painting using resin and acrylic paint.
Let's do that. I want to get my hands dirty. So first we need a big batch of resin. All right, she did hers with just 2 colors, a white and a dark. I'm gonna do the same, but in reverse. Do a dark blue base. Oh, that's cool. And a white. So we're gonna start off with the blue. Just pour it, spread it around a bit. Oof, it's quite goopy. Is it meant to be that goopy? Okay, that's my base. A bit of white. Ooh, my first ever resin pour. That was fun.
You may notice I took off my gloves because I don't want to get my gun sticky. So take off your gloves and do this with clean hands.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Okay, so I've officially finished my first proper resin pour. Before I can say it's a job well done, I need to skip to the future and tell you myself. I think that turned out pretty cool. I mean, it's not overwhelming, but it's sort of cool, it's shiny. I'm gonna do another one. Let's start off with the dark blue again. Look at this, I'm a master already. Good foundation. All right, so I'm gonna do some dots of this medium blue around the piece. It's starting to look pretty cool. So let's just go with the drizzle thing. Let's just go with this. Let's go really stringy, and I'll do a couple of choice blobs. There, there, there. Medium blue again. Now I do the floopy thing. I have these scraper tool things, and I believe the idea is that I can just move. Oh, even that's kind of cool. It's sort of oceany. In fact, let's make it like waves by adding a string of white along here and one earlier here. I'm gonna do, with the scraper, a bit of a waves thing. Let's do that one more time with the little resin we have left. Whoa, that's actually doing it for me. Let's do the torchy thing. I'm gonna call that done. I do like that one. It turned out way different to when I poured it and I thought it was finished. Like I textured it and I'm like, oh yeah, that's cool. And I think it's because it was resting on the cup. And so very minutely, the corners must have been slightly lower so that it's all pulled out to the corners. So I guess that's my lesson if I do this again, is to rest it all as evenly and as flat as possible so that what I consider the end result will be then as close to that as possible. I think it's time to get crazy. I am gonna do 2 more pours, but they're gonna be big. I've doubled, so I'm gonna dive into it, and let's go back to the acrylic pouring that we started off with now, and then we'll finish with our resin pour, and I'm gonna do a whole bunch of glitter and effects with that. I'll link to those 2 classes that I've followed in the description. They've been a huge help. But let's start off with an acrylic paint pour. I've got blue glitter, I've got white glitter, I've got gold glitter. Let's make those the colors. Blue, white, and gold. So, as memory serves me, we start off with our paint. So this Pearl X powder is one of my favorite things in the world because you can mix it with anything and it will make it shiny and amazing. Plop it in. But I do think we need some contrast. After this, I'll mix one more color, a little darker. Yeah, maybe just a dark blue. All right, dark first, let's go. I'm just gonna spread this as a base over the whole thing. All right, light blue. I'm gonna go white and then back to blue. I'm gonna fill in and draw lines in between these circles with the white, just like that. All right, I'm gonna start doing this. I like how it sort of pushes the lines I put down around. That's sort of cool. All right, I like that. Let's double down. Now with that done, I'm gonna come back to this and just put a few flicks down. Yeah, that's what I wanted. Just a few of these little thingies. I like this one, but I don't know what it's gonna look like when it's finished because it will continue to sort of spread and intermingle and it's got a couple of days to dry. So let's jump ahead to the future. You actually can see the sparkles now that it's dry, which was hard to tell that they were in there initially, but it looks really cool. Except for the gold sparkles. Sort of looks like mud and sand in some bits and then sparkles in other bits. So, you know, it's a success out of failure, but it's pretty cool. For the grand finale, I'm going to try something really big. I have laser cut a giant circle of clear acrylic. Now I'm gonna peel off one of these paper covers, but I'm gonna leave the other paper cover on so that after it cures, I can peel it off. And in theory, you'll have an artwork on one side, but then on the other side, it should look like a really clear, clean sort of look through to whatever the pattern ends up being. I actually have a bunch of mini things that you can pour into. There's this, which I don't know if it makes like a coaster or, I don't know. There's a comb, and where is it? Here it is. There's a llama. But first we mix. All right, I'm gonna fill 2 cups up to the brim. All right, I'm pretty sure that's a lot of resin mix. One of my favorite things in the world is this. It's a rainbow alcohol ink. I'm just gonna pour a whole lot of this. Whoa, look at that! Now that is just amazing. So now I pick my colors. Whoa, look at that. Jeez Louise! I gotta say, the ink and that translucent effect plus that rainbow ink mixed really heavily in there is just cooler than I ever expected. Okay, so I think I want some opaque things in here, so I'm just gonna mix in a white. Ooh, I should have done that with a sparkly white. Let's do it with sparkly white as well. All right, this is a UV reactive ink, which in theory, ooh, look at that. So whatever I mix with this should glow into black light. Let's go blue. Feel like that's gonna be pretty cool. Mini experiments first. All right, let's start off with a comb, but let's start off with a clear base, like that. And then I'm just gonna pour the purple on top and hope it sort of mixes a bit. I mean, that looks pretty cool to me. All right, next experiment, glow in the dark llama. A bit more ink, loosely mix, and blue glitter. All right, that's good. Experiment 2 done. And last but not least, random circle disc thing. So I'm gonna use some of these funky colors. Let's go with the blue and orange, shall we? I'm gonna draw a swirl, you ready? Yeah, there we go. Now it's a swirl. Let's see how that turned out. All right, random tests. First we have a comb. Whoa, it's pretty. Look at that. All right, llama time. Oh, this is the glow in the dark one. And there's our llama. That's pretty cool. Here's my torch. Let's test it. I think it like absorbs the UV. Yeah, no, that's underwhelming. Well, I've got an underwhelming glow in the dark llama and a beautiful little comb that's probably gonna break anytime soon. My kids will probably love these though. All right, last of my little experiments, another disc. This one's not as thick, so it dried all the way through and it's semi-transparent. Oh, look, when I hold it up to the light, can you see that? It's like opaque in the middle in that like I tried to do a swirl galaxy thing and it seems to have worked. I like it. Anyway, pretty cool little random test. Now for the big one. This is certainly the grand finale. I have no idea how this is going to turn out, but I have high hopes and really cool colors to work with. I'm just gonna pour this down over the whole thing. Oh my God, look at that. All right, I'm gonna spread this around a little bit. All right, I've changed my mind. I'm gonna just smoosh this over. I'm gonna have this running through the middle because I want it to go edge to edge because I can literally just push this stuff around. And now I'm gonna go green on both sides of the purple and orange on the outer edges. Maybe a bit more green through here. So this is my foundation and I'm just gonna pour this in both of those directions. Oh my God, it's like a planet. Okay, that's cool, good start. I don't wanna overdo it because now I have the opaque white. You know what, planet it is. And I think this is gonna add those real textures that make it look like a real cool planet. Some planets have like, I don't know, little storm areas or whatever. And now I'm gonna go back to my other colors. And I'm gonna mirror some of these light areas with a little bit of this dark purple. This is feeling really good. I think I need just a couple more white dots, but when I say a couple, I mean like little specks. I'm just gonna get it to shift a little more and then I'm gonna use the burner. Bubbly, bubbly, bubbly. I think that about does it. But I don't know what it looks like until it's all completely done and I can pick it up and, more importantly, peel off the back and see if that's even cooler. So, without any further ado, we skip one last time to the future. So I poured this and it kept spreading, but I've got an acrylic table now. Oh my God. Ah! I wonder how hard this is to get up or clean up. Oh, no. Oh, I've got like indentations in my table acrylic. Ah, there we go. Ah! Even the runoff is sort of an artwork of its own. Little galaxy, there's some planets, there you go. Take it to an arts market. But this actually is an artwork on its own. I love this, and I haven't even peeled off the back yet. I'm super curious to see how much a difference it would make, but just that on its own, like, look at that. That's cool. All right, let's take off the back. Oh my God, this is like the best, like, phone plastic, like, sheeting thing removal ever. Holy sh! This is so cool! This is the best accidental artwork I've ever made. Like, obviously I intended to make it, but at the same time, I had no idea what I was gonna do when I started, or that I would make a planet look or whatever, and that it would look so cool. Let me know what you think in the comments, and let me know what I should do with this, because this is the thing that I made and I can do something with. Honestly, I can see why people really get into the pouring thing, because it's a really low barrier to entry and really like minimal learning curve, but the results can be really cool. And then the better you get at it, the better you can get at getting cool stuff to happen. It's just a really cool, satisfying process with really satisfying results. Well, that is the final result of my my foray into pouring, and I really hope you enjoyed the video. I really enjoy the results, a lot more than I expected I would, and I'm really glad I gave it a go. And remember, if you want to follow along with the same class as I did, I've linked those in the description, and if you want to follow along with my class on illustration, I'll make sure to link that in the description too. You can check it all out for 2 months for free. And once again, if you participate in my class and submit a class project before the end of this month, I'm going to review a whole bunch of class projects as a video that I'm going to amend at the end of my Skillshare class. So I'll go through your projects, little bits of feedback, little bits of insight, and just being inspired by you as well. I can't wait to see those of you who participate in that class. Otherwise, I want to thank you so much for watching this video and joining the arty party with me today. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't, so you can join us in the future. Otherwise, that is it for now. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I'll see you later.